move, you move, you move.
I'm Leo London, welcome back to my channel, and this is the first duel in a best of 3 between my Draco Magician's deck and Dino Dylan's Dinosaur deck. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this series. Like this video, subscribe, and most importantly, check out my Patreon, because this month, for the $5 or higher draw, it is an ultimate rare Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. So I kick off game 1 with Foolish Burial, and send a Dark Worm to the graveyard, who then special summons itself, and then searches out the gate 0, adding it to my hand. Now I've gone +1 immediately, so that's a pretty good sign. And I guess that my opponent didn't have an Ash Blossom because he didn't use it then, so I play forward now assuming he doesn't have one. Then I pitch Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon to the graveyard and search out the Lechery for my high scale. Now I've got my high scale and my low scale and my Dark Ruler No More protection all in my hand. And if there's one thing I wish I could change, it's this. I activate the Instant Fusion and special summon Millennium Eyes. I just wish I had done that before activating the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. It's okay to do it before or after the Foolish Burial because you want to be able to special summon the Dark Worm. But now my Pendulum Call is 100% protected, and even if he was holding onto the Ash for some reason, it's worthless now. I search out the Harmonizing Magician and the White Wing Magician, as I'm going to use it to link up into Needle Fiber. And that's my next play. I normal summon the White Wing Magician, make my Link 2 in Halki Fibrax, and Halki Fibrax will special summon out the Effect Veiler. Now normally, I would use the Effect Veiler to link summon Selene with the Halki Fibrax, but since I have the Millennium Eyes Restrict and its purpose has been fulfilled, I'm going to use it and the Effect Veiler to go into the Appaloosa and have 1 extra counter on her for 1 extra negation. Now Appaloosa can negate hand traps and Nibiru should I need it. Then after setting the gate 0 as my low scale and quickly removing the Harmonizing Magician from my high scale and putting the Lechery in, I Pendulum Summon my Harmonizing Magician, the White Wing Magician, and the Dark Worm back to the field. Then Harmonizing Magician uses her effect to special summon out a purple poison. Now with a full board of materials, it's time to start building the end board. So I link summon the purple poison and the Harmonizing Magician into the Borreload Savage Dragon. I then use its effect to attach a Link 2, putting 2 counters on the Borreload Savage. Then I Synchro Summon again using the White Wing Magician and the Dark Worm to make my ultimate rare, Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, who then uses his effect to special summon out a Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, who will then be used as a Link 1 into Guard Dragon Elpie, who will immediately activate his effect to special summon out the Goliath, completing the extra deck lock, the spell lock, and 3 monster effect negations backed up by an Omni Negate. At this point, I am feeling very confident and safe, and I figure I have this game in hand.
You cannot activate that card.
Lechery. Yeah, I forgot. Lechery. Lecture deck lock and thing. Dragons. Special summon.
Ooh, sexy.
Pitch Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous Grieve effect.
I don't know what his grave effect is.
Banish special level 1.
Okay. And I can't respond to it anyways, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you can. This one you can.
Oh, then
So it's just monsters on field you can't respond to.
then I will.
Okay. no attack redirects, right?
Nope.
Effect target.
Into Alpine?
No, Lechery.
Oh, Appaloosa.
Okay. Won't be able to negate anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he left. Okay.
Well, you can respond to it. It's just because Misk was pitched.
Okay.
Activate.
Forgot to ask Dylan. You want a Game Boy Advance SP?
Lost World effect to give you a token.
That's a legitimate question, by the way.
I hate miscellaneous.
Yeah, I don't know where my freaking...
Attack the token. Lost World effect to protect.
Oh, so it doesn't blow up?
No.
Okay.
Baby effect.
Sure.
OV effect. OV into LB. That would be 513. Main phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
Activate Lost World.
Okay.
Effect to destroy. Lost World to protect. Well, firstly, effect target.
Okay, yeah.
You can respond now because we're in main phase 2, and Misk only goes for that main
Alright.
phase.
Then I will negate with the Appaloosa.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Oh yeah. We can do this.
Yes, you can.
That is effect.
Neg with the Appaloosa.
Lucky.
Well, I wasn't gonna let you do it.
Go ahead.
My draw is a Duelist Alliance, which I will activate, but unfortunately this is before I made the decision to put the Time Pendulum Graph in the deck. In fact, this is the duel that made me reconsider that option. And the only targets are Star Pendulum Graph and Pendulum Call, and since I have no other cards in my hand, they are both equally useless to me right now. Now, because he drew the only two cards that could out the board that he had, the Pancratops and the Miscellaneous Source, he was able to remove the Lechery. Because the Lechery is removed, the Goliath is still on board, and I can't just link away into Boral Sword and OTK for game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to out his ultimate conductor Tyranno because of that, and I have to destroy his two smaller dinosaurs and pass, which, as long as I leave that UTC up on the field, I know I am in big trouble. And unfortunately, as long as I'm locked under the Goliath, I'm unable to progress past this point, and I just have to pass.
Oh, that's a turn late.
Okay.
Battle phase.
Sure.
Eat your board for game.
Alright, so my
Now I'm gonna
opponent
try to
drew
move
the
darkness.
two cards that could out the Lechery, the Miscellaneous Source and the Pancratops. I knew it wasn't likely that that was going to happen twice in a row, so I activated Allure of Darkness to start, drawing two cards and banishing the Vector Pendulum.
Duelist Alliance.
I then pitch a red Revolution Dragon to find the Lechery, activate the Lechery, activate a Duelist Alliance, search out the Pendulum Call. Activate the Pendulum Call by sending a purple poison to the graveyard. Then I search out Dragon Caller Magician for a low scale, and Performer Pal Celestial Magician, which is now replaced by Black Fang Magician or Double Iris Magician, for an additional body to summon. My plan here is to use Dragon Caller Magician to turn something into a dragon in order to get the LP and set up the lock that way. I then Pendulum Summon the Harmonizing Magician from my hand and the Celestial Magician I added. Then Harmonizing Magician's effect would activate, and it special summons the other Performer Pal Celestial Magician. In this case, it would be the Double Iris or the Black Fang now. I activate Perform Pal Celestial Magician's effect. And Link Summon. Into the Halqifibrax. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Chainlink 1, Star Pendulum Graph, a mandatory effect, adds a magician to my hand. And then Halqifibrax will special summon the effect Veiler from the deck. This is where we go into very familiar territory, as now I link up using the effect Veiler and the Halqifibrax into the Link 3 Celine. And Celine will have more than enough counters to special summon back the purple Poison Magician, not the effect Veiler in this case, for an extra body for the follow-up turn. I'm going to have a lot of extra bodies, as the Perform Pal Celestial Magician will add a card to my hand in the end phase. Now I have a loaded extra deck on top of having 2 cards in hand, although I will end up normal summoning one of them. And that will be the card I currently have in my hand, the White Wing Magician. I then Synchro Summon as my opponent corrects the number of counters I have. Thank you. Going to bring out the Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. Ultimate rare, I might add. Then I'm going to activate his effect, and he's going to special summon out a Luster Pendulum. Oh, no, a Vector Overlord. And then link into Link 1 Elpie. Elpie's effect will activate. And special summon out the Goliath. Now this board is not as strong as my turn 1 board, but I'm still confident I won't be OTK'd and can follow up.
Yeah. Stand by me. Normal summon effect.
Neg with the Appaloosa.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to add the handoff of
Oh,
Celestial
yeah,
Magician. Yeah, sorry.
Battle phase.
Okay.
And again, another one. Oh, it hurts.
Mean to. Said to pass.
After drawing for turn, I enter the standby phase, and I have to pay the cost of lechery by tributing the Goliath. I am now free to use the extra deck. Then I use Ignister Prominence effect to summon out the Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. Then I use it and Elpie as link material for a Link 2 into Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Then I Pendulum Summon. Two monsters from the extra deck. And Harmonizing Magician from my hand and activate Harmonizing Magician's effect. Now, luckily, we have just enough magicians to make sure that you're able to do this. As I would have burned through most of them by now in this particular version of the combo. Then I get ready to end the game. I know I've got him dead to rights. So I'm going to set up Borreload Savage Dragon and Boral Sword and go for an OTK. So I Synchro Summon with the Harmonizing Magician. And go into Borreload Savage Dragon. Attaching Appaloosa, giving him 4 counters, just to take care of those face downs. Then, I Link Summon with the Link 2 Hieratic Seal, the White Wing Magician, and the other White Wing Magician into the Boral Sword Dragon. I then blow up the Lechery to activate Ignister Prominence's other effect and spin the other card back into the deck. Then launch the attacks for game.
Wish you had.
Let's go. Game 3.
This has actually been a really nice back and forth.
I agree. This is my first time playing it in real life, and I'm really happy with how it's holding up. I wasn't expecting to go second. But
I was like, I can't get past the lichery. I have to like hard open Pankratops to do that effect. Destroy baby.
the reason I like it so much is because I can tribute off the, what's his name?
At the start of your turn.
Yeah, that unlocks the extra deck for me, not for you.
Keep forgetting I didn't normal summon yet.
Hmm?
Normal.
No matter. It's no good.
Attacking.
Destroy.
Oh yeah, it's no good.
Baby. Yeah, no wonder we didn't do it. Rex. I have to do it this way. Feels bad.
Nope, don't like that.
Only you won't like the Zen board. It's not that bad, but. Fear me.
It's not even first ed. And you need the other two to make it actually worthwhile.
Set 2. Go ahead.
So I begin my turn by discarding Dark Worm for the cost of Pendulum Call.
Send Dark Worm off pen call.
My opponent responds by negating the effect with a monster whose name I don't have, who has a grave effect that I attempt to chain called by to,
So
but the
oh,
grave
yeah,
effect
result.
happens upon
Pendulum Call's
resolution of
negated,
the first effect,
or
so I'm not
what
actually
happened?
able to activate the
no,
called
on
by the
resolution,
grave
you
in
actually wouldn't
response.
be able to activate
So
this.
I actually
Oh, okay.
just have to put it
'Cause
back
it's
in
not-
my
it's
hand
not on
and
resolution.
allow the
So that would
effect
get
to go
negated,
through.
And then you still have. Yeah.
But since
Okay.
the activation
Pendulum
was
Call?
negated,
Screw
not the
cross.
effect,
I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
discard a called
Yeah.
by the grave to activate my second pendulum call that was in hand. I then
You still
add
have
the
it.
Harmonizing Magician and the Performer Pal Celestial Magician to my hand.
I don't have much.
Now,
to
I don't
do
have
with
much
that.
to work with, but at least I have my Pendulum
Scale
Summon.
1.
Yeah,
I scale the Purple
Ah,
Poison,
you're just gonna...
but before
Special
I
summon.
set my high scale, I used Dark Worm's effect engraved to special summon himself,
See some
except he activates a card
Sure.
which allows him
You
to
still get
attach my
I'm not
monster
negating.
to his Xyz monster
Okay.
as material,
Oh,
but it
the
doesn't negate
materials.
the search for
Three
the
games,
gate
boys.
0.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
I
for it,
then
but
scale
it's not
my
gonna
high
happen.
scale with Celestial Magician and finally pick up the gate 0. I then set
Pendulum
one in
Summon.
defense mode and Pendulum Summon.
Effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
What?
I then activate Harmonizing Magician's effect.
Can't-
So the
isn't
reason I
he
sent
Solemn
one in
Strike?
defense mode is because
Yeah.
I was worried
You just
about
strike the
a
Pendulum
Solemn
Summon.
Strike
Oh, no,
or
Monster
some
effect,
effect
sorry.
like that
Oh, okay.
that would just destroy all my monsters
He's kind of a solemn strike.
upon the Pendulum
Well,
Summon
that is not
and
as
leave me
devastating as
completely
I thought it
defenseless. Not that having one face down truly helps me,
And I
but
would've played it
it was
differently had I
better
known
than going in completely blind and getting all of my monsters
Um,
destroyed.
Ask for clarification.
Harmonizing Magician's effect resolves and special summons out the other Performer Pal Celestial Magician, which in my new build would be either the Double Iris or the Black Fang Magician. He then changed the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and flips all of my cards face down, and I know that I am completely sunk.
Stand by phase. New phase. Pitch miscellaneous. Miscellaneous great effect. Battle phase. Attack effect for all 4.
That actually might be better for my strategy.
They all go over here, yeah?
No, agreed. Because the rule is at the start of damage step, they don't flip up,
Oh, okay.
and then he sends on that. 23. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, new phase. I'm just pulling out a pank.
Yeah, it's okay. I might as well just concede. I got 1 card and I can't do anything with it.